everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with y'all all the books I plan on reading in the month of June. So I have 10 books on my TBR for June. It's very ambitious TBR because one of the books is over 800 pages, so I'm not going to be upset if I don't read all of these, but I'm definitely going to try. I am going home because my sister is graduating high school, so I am flying home for that and will be in town for 10 days, so I don't know how much reading I'll get done, but I do plan on going to Half Price Books. It's literally all I've been able to think about for like past 3 weeks because I don't have a Half Price Books here and I've been dying to go, so I definitely plan on going to Half Price Books and another bookstore while I'm in town. So I'll definitely film a haul video or like a shop with me where I actually show the books this time. So like I said, if I don't read all these books on my TBR, I'm not going to be upset about it because June is going to be a very busy month for me. Also, my husband's gone currently and he won't be back. He actually will come home when my son and I are in Washington, so he'll have 2 days to recuperate from his training, his unplugged training that he's doing right now before we come home. And then of course once I get home I'm not going to do much reading because I'm going to be hanging out with my husband, and then Father's Day is coming up and we're going to go to the beach for that. So it's just a busy month, and our anniversary is tomorrow, but he's obviously not here for that, so we're going to be celebrating that as well, probably after Father's Day. So just like I said, busy month. Not going to hold myself accountable if I don't get to all these books. Anyways, let's just start. So like I mentioned, 10 books on my TBR. I own 4 of them. 2 of them are going to be my add-ons for book of the month, and then of course I got a sneak peek of the book of the month picks for June, and it's not an anticipated release because it wasn't on my list, but it's a book that I've been eyeing since making that video, so I don't know if I'll get to it in June. But anyways, that's a story for a different time. The first book is Night Road by Kristen. This was on my TBR once before and I never got to it, so I'll definitely get to it this month. If you watched my 2022 reading challenges, I'll link that video up here and down below as well. But I am doing the alphabet challenge where I read a book that starts with every letter of the alphabet, and then the book cover color challenge where I read a book cover that's the color of every color in the rainbow and black and white. And so for N I chose Night Road, so I will be marking this off of my reading challenges. I don't know what this book is about, but I've heard it's really similar to Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, which I loved, so I am excited for this one. Next is The Collective by Alison. Galen. This has been on my TBR for a while and I just haven't gotten to it yet. I've owned it for so long, so I'm finally going to read it. This is also on my 2022 reading challenges. I'm picking this one for C. I don't know what this book is about, but to my understanding it's just about a bunch of moms and they're like badass moms or something like that. I honestly have no idea, but I am excited to read it. Next is Sometimes I Lie by Alison. Again, I've owned this book for a long time, so I'm finally getting to it. It's a very short, quick read. I don't even know how many pages it is, but it looks very small. I think it's less than 300 pages. 257 pages, so I'll definitely probably read this in like 1.5 days. I don't know what this book is about, but I read Rock, Paper, Scissors last year. Absolutely loved it, so I'm excited for this one. And the next book I plan on reading has been on my TBR for 2 months prior. This will be the 3rd month, so 3rd time's a charm. It's A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I said in my May TBR that I was definitely going to get to this and it wasn't going to be on my June TBR, but I was very ill the first 2 weeks of the month. I literally didn't read for 2 weeks. It was absolutely awful and I just never got to this one. I'm feeling much better now. I'm 100% better, so I'll definitely get to this. If I don't get to every book in my TBR, that's fine, but this has to be one of the ones that I read. It's not coming to July with me. I'm saying it now. It's not coming to July with me, and I mean it this time. So I really want to read this book, and the thickness is definitely something that's like making me a little bit intimidated by it, but I promise I will get to it this month. So the next book I want to read is Confess by Colleen Hoover. One of my goals for 2022 was to read all of Colleen Hoover's books, and I think I'm making a really good dent into all of the books that she's written. So next up on the list of books that intrigue me that I haven't read yet is Confess. so I will definitely be reading that one. I don't know what it's about, but it's Colleen Hoover, so I don't need to know what it's about. I know I'm gonna love it. So the next book I want to read is a book that is coming out in June, so I don't have it yet obviously, but I will be buying it, and that is Can't Look Away by Carola Lovering. I read Too Good to Be True last year and absolutely loved it, so I'm excited for her new release. And then another new release that is not out yet is The House Across the Lake by Raelee Sager. I've read all of Raelee Sager's books. I will read anything with his name on it, so I don't know the premise of this one, but I'm super excited for it. Next was on my TBR for May. Well, I took it off of my TBR for May because it didn't come out on Book of the Month, and I thought it only came out in paperback like Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation, but I noticed that it also came out in hardcover, so even though it's not going to match my others because it's not going to have the Book of the Month symbol on it, it's at least going to be a hardback that I can put them on the same shelf or at least near each other, and that is Book Lovers. I definitely want to read that one now that I know that it's a hardcover. Next are my two add-ons that I'm going to pick for my Book of the Month add-ons, and they're also on my alphabet challenges and book cover color challenges, and that is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir and All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I know that Project Hail Mary is a sci-fi and kind of confusing, so I'm going to see if I can find the audiobook to help me. Maybe that'll help with all the scientific terms. I've heard from a few people that it's very sciencey, and although I do enjoy science, I'm not very smart with science, so I'm going to try to find the audiobook to help me get through that. And then All the Light We Cannot See is a historical fiction, and I love historical fiction, but I'm kind of feeling like it's the same as The Light Between Oceans, which bored the absolute crap out of me. So I'm hoping it's not similar. I used to get those two books confused because the covers were so similar and the premises I feel like were similar. They're both historical fictions, but I didn't like The Light Between Oceans at all. So I'm hoping I enjoy All the Light We Cannot See. Both Project Hail Mary and All the Light We Cannot See have very good reviews on Goodreads, so I'm excited for those. So those are all the books I plan on reading in the month of June. Let me know what you plan on reading in June in the comments below. Please subscribe and turn on post notifications to be notified every time I upload. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!